question comes from Thomas Burke in Birmingham. And Jeremy Corbyn, I'll ask you to begin on this one. What will you do to combat anti-Semitism, specifically in the Labour Party, and all those whose behaviour or rhetoric legitimises anti-Semitism?
Anti-Semitism is totally wrong and totally unacceptable in any form, in any place in our society, and it absolutely has no place whatsoever in the Labour Party. When I became leader, there were allegations made, and a number of people had been and have been suspended from party membership, so that investigations can take place into what they are alleged to have done or alleged to have said. I appointed Shami Chakrabarti to undertake a serious inquiry into this, and she did that with great diligence. She did it in 2 months. She produced the report, and it was put to the National Executive, and there are a number of rule changes that are put in there. She also said that in addition to sanctions against anyone that commits any kind of racist act, there should be an education and an inclusion process within our party. Anti-Semitism is simply totally wrong and not acceptable.
Thank you very much. Owen Smith.
Anti-Semitism is one of the most pernicious forms of prejudice for all sorts of reasons that we fully understand. And it has been absolutely appalling to see our party, the Labour Party, with anti-Semitism in our ranks. It's been absolutely disgraceful. And I'm very clear about this. If I were the leader of the Labour Party, I would have zero tolerance for it. Zero. Anybody found of anti-Semitic abuse in our party would be out of our party, and they would not be coming back. No short-term measures, no short-term suspensions. They would be out, and they would never come back into the Labour Party.
Do you want to respond to that?
Every case must be investigated. Every case must be investigated, as indeed should any form of racism whatsoever within our party or within our society. That is exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what the party position is. That's exactly what I hope the rule book will reflect, to ensure there is a due process of incontrovertible investigation of every case. And I agree with Owen, where a case is proved against somebody, then of course they don't have a place within the party.
Okay, thank you. Owen Smith, if you could summarise your response, please.
Well, look, I'm very clear about this. Of course, all cases have to be investigated, but we've been too slow. We've been too slow to look into this. We've been too slow to acknowledge that we've got a problem in the movement. And it is in the Labour Party that we've got a problem with anti-Semitism. Now, this should make us all ashamed. Everybody in this room should be ashamed that in the Labour Party we're talking about dealing with anti-Semitism. Now, I ask you this, Jeremy. How has this happened? How has this happened under the last 9 months? Because it is growing. It is growing in our movement. I suspect it is because many people in our movement are very worried about their communities, but I just don't think we've done enough to stamp it out. I don't think we've been strong enough. I don't think our leadership, collectively, I don't think our leadership has been strong enough in stamping it out.
Smith, Jeremy Corbyn, I will let you respond, but there's a question in raised. Owen Smith, how do you respond
I've made my position on this absolutely clear. That is why I wanted an inquiry done into it. Many of the cases that have been investigated actually predate my leadership by quite a long way. And so I wanted action to be taken on it. I want our party to be the inclusive, open, welcoming place for everybody, whatever their faith, whatever their ethnic group, whatever their community they come from. That is surely what the strength of our party is about. 19 people have been suspended from membership and investigations are ongoing. Rule changes are coming forward to ensure, which you and I, I'm sure, would agree with, there is a proper independently monitored form of investigation of what goes on within the party. You and I absolutely agreed. Racism has no place whatsoever in our society or our party.
Owen
Let's
Smith,
leave
can I
it
ask
at
you,
that.
how do you respond? How do you respond? There was a point raised in the audience, and it's something else that's been raised in the media as well. How do you respond to this criticism that it's a witch hunt, that it's political point scoring, as opposed to...
Catherine, I've been in this Labour Party for 30 years. I've only remembered in the last 9 months a discussion about anti-Semitism in the Labour Party. That's the truth. That's the truth. It's in the last 9 months that we've been dealing with
Can
it.
we hear Owen Smith,
Now, I'm not
please?
sure why that's come about, and I don't blame you for it, Jeremy, but I do think we've got to do more to deal with it.
Excuse me, can we have a bit of peace and quiet?
Look, this room is an indicator of it in some regards. We have, Jeremy says he wants a comradely debate. We are not behaving like comrades to each other in this party right now. We're not. Too many people are telling us in our CLPs that the debate is ugly, that they feel intimidated, that there is an abusive dialogue between different wings of our party. We've got to heal the Labour Party. We've got to unite the Labour Party. Otherwise, we will never win. We will be split and we will lose. And the Tories and those people who are racist in this country will benefit.
Right, thank you very much for that. We'll leave that there, if that's okay with both of you. Right, on